Hello and welcome to Bricking It, and today we're going to be upgrading our Gryffindor common room with the Fat Lady's portrait. So let's get started. So first things first, we stripped away the original side wall, which had one of those large arch pieces in as the viewing portal. I've just replaced this front corner with a column piece just to tie in all of the remaining side walls. We've had to strip away part of the back as well, just up here, just to receive some of the hinge pieces. Now, rather than using a normal hinge, which would displace the bricks outside their own footprint, which I'll explain a bit more clearly, hopefully, a bit later on, I wanted to build this hinge inside the footprints of the bricks. So whenever the door hinged open, it wouldn't be overhanging at the side and it wouldn't leave any hinge nodules over here in the corners. Add to that, don't actually have a huge amount of space to put in a built-in hinge just here without it conflicting with the corner of the base plate and requiring everything to be hanging out. So how do we do this? It's a fairly simple process really. First of all, we're just going to tile off the bottom threshold just so we don't get any conflicts with the studs beneath. We're going to start off with one of these little pin bricks, and that's going to form the bottom of our hinge. Now, the majority of the hinge is made up of cylinders, and I've just reinforced these part of the way with some with a rod just inside one of these bar pieces. I think it's a 1x3, and I ran out of bars to fill in this bit, but as it turned out, didn't really need the extra reinforcement as it holds itself quite nicely because it's secured top and bottom, and the stresses aren't really enough to pull our little column apart. And then the pin is just going to sit into just the remaining part just up there, and that is going to be the mainstay of our hinge, and it's all going to rotate here. And instead of using normal 1x2, I've used one of these rounded ones because wherever our hinge comes into contact with a straight-sided brick, we need round-sided bricks to ensure that there's no conflict of movement. I've just packed out the bottom of the Fat Lady's portrait with just some normal plates there so that everything comes level at the bottom of the hinge. And it's just a case of building up and integrating the hinge into the wall. You can start another one of these round-ended 1x2s to make sure all our bricks are offset to get a strong bond. I'm going to put a 1x1 tile, another 1x2. I've run out of light tan ones, so I've had to use a single dark tan, then one more, and you'll see now that wherever a brick is near another brick, we have a round-ended brick, and these can turn. Now, there's a good chance I'm going to replace this round one here with a square 1x1 because we've already got a round-ended brick here, and it just means we get a little more flexibility in the Fat Lady moving against the hinge there. We need this one to be round and the one below it to be round, but this one being square might just stop some of that wobble, so I may well adapt that one. In fact, let's give that a try. So a quick dig around in my spare bricks later, we've come up with a 1x1 tile. So let's just see if we can make that change and have our hinge still work properly. And yep, everything works fine, and as I thought, that portrait is much less wobbly and it gives us a slightly fuller look. So now all that remains is to build up the rest of this wall. We can do that with a selection of plates. Now, where I've used these shorter plates, the 1x2s, the 1x1s, you could use a longer plate just to fill out just like a bit of variety of colour. Pop that up here. One more round-ended plate. Not that it really needs it. That one could probably, thinking about it, be, right, what have I done here? Clearly put my brain in sideways this morning, putting all my plates and tiles in the wrong place. So there we have the top tiled off. I'm going to use a round-ended plate there. And we'll complete our tile off here. And there we go. Straight-ended plate needs a curve to move against. And there we go. So now got my normal front, and where I would usually have a viewing hole for looking at the level, I can now just pop that open. We can have a look at that installed on the castle. So here we are, back at the mock. Have a Gryffindor dormitory. It's ready to peg in with our common room. Put those back in position. And on top of those, there's our astronomy tower module. And there we have it. Once our wing is open, you can see our lovely opening door module. I'll swing that right into position. Just have a look at that. Integrated with the other floors. There we go. And so that's our fat lady's portrait, now installed in the Gryffindor common room. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like. And if you'd like to see more Lego Hogwarts videos, then please subscribe to Bricking It. Bye now.